used to act the fool, but I rocked an A average, so everything's cool. Tool, my pencil, the mic's my utensil. I bet the mic check and you can write that in stencil. So you wonder why I made it and your shit is going wrong. Hey yo, show, I got it going on.
I got it going on. All right, humans, it's me. Oh, and look, I'm home, sweet home. But today, we are going to talk about parallel structure. That's right, parallel structure. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got your little worksheet. Basically, what you need to do is figure out if something is parallel or not parallel. So, here's some fine examples. Okay, so, parallel. All right, check this out. Here's the first sentence, and this is parallel. It says, the Americans, the Russians, and the French helped fight against Nazi Germany. Okay, you see how that flows so nice. You have the Americans, that's me. You have the Russians, they're very bad, but they're okay, I guess. And the French, okay? The Americans, the Russians, and the French. So that flows nicely. It's basically about like rhythm in your writing. It's creating flow. So here's something that's not parallel with the same sentence. The Americans, the Russians, and French people helped fight against Nazi Germany. So you see how French people sounds bad? It ruins the flow. It's like, oh, the Americans, the Russians, and French people. Now the French people so stupidos. Okay, so that is not parallel, all right? You broke it. It was like the Americans, the Russians, and So you should really fix that and make it the French, like I did the first time. So here's another example, okay? It's a true story. I wrote it myself. It says this: I had crispy bacon, crunchy cereal, and tangy OJ for breakfast. All right, now this one's a little different. It is crispy bacon, adjective noun, crunchy cereal, adjective noun, and tangy OJ, adjective noun. So you see how that works? Okay, here's an example of messing it all up, okay? Here we go, here's the mess up version. So, non-parallel. I had crispy bacon, crunchy cereal, and some OJ for breakfast. Now that's not wrong, it's just not parallel. It doesn't have the same flow because some is not an adjective. All right, I want to give you guys one more example. Okay, this is a little more complicated, so I'm going to explain it. Some of the worksheets tell you to explain, if it is parallel, how is it parallel? What is being repeated? So check this out. Bradley looked nervously under the bed, cautiously behind the door, and recklessly in the basement for the rabid pit bull named Cuddles. Cuddles. All right, so how would you explain this? Now, if you are fluent in English grammar, you'd be able to say, well, it looks like it is an adverb, right? Adverbs end in ly, and a prepositional phrase. Nervously under the bed, cautiously behind the door, and recklessly in the basement. So this is an adverb, prepositional phrase. Adverb, prepositional phrase, and adverb, prepositional phrase. So that's what they want. Now, some of you might be like, what? Are you speaking English? What is an adverb? So if you're having some issues with the language and knowing all the parts of speech, which you probably learned, fourth grade, here's what you could do. I have some advice for you. Okay, so if you can't remember what these things are called, you could say the word groups that are being repeated are a word ending in ly and a prepositional phrase. I taught you guys prepositional phrases, so you better know them. All right? So that's my advice. Sometimes you'll have parallel structure like with the word with. I like my salad with crunchy croutons, with crispy lettuce, and with moldy chicken with maggots. Maggots. So, anyway, you get the idea what I'm saying. You could say it's a word group that starts with the word with and then an adjective noun that's being repeated. Just try to describe what's being repeated as best you can. There is a quiz at the end, the thing that says modern expression. So take that quiz at the end of the week once you think you got it down and you finished all the worksheets. That will count as an actual grade. Don't forget to do the other things I've asked you to do on your Google Classroom, American Lit. That means reading your Mice and Men and filling out a Google Doc with the characters and descriptions and taking that quiz. Modern skills and expression, that means writing a quick 3-paragraph author's point essay for the public speaking and self-confidence, which you might remember. So anyway, you guys, be well, be awesome, be safe, and remember, not only do I care about what happens, but so does Iron Man.